There's this hidden world of intelligence humming along just behind the curtain of our daily lives. So today, we're going to pull that curtain back and look at AI in operations, the invisible engine that's starting to power pretty much everything we use, buy, and rely on. I mean, think about it. It's kind of a modern miracle we totally take for granted. You click a button online, and things just show up. But behind that one simple click is this incredibly complex logistical ballet. And honestly, that whole ballet is facing a perfect storm of new challenges, and it's pushing all the old ways of doing things right to their breaking point. So what exactly is making this whole process so difficult all of a sudden? Well, let's take a little walk through the modern maze that operations leaders have to navigate every single day. Okay, so first off, customer demand can just spike or completely vanish overnight. At the same time, global supply chains are getting hit by, well, everything, from weather to politics. Meanwhile, costs are going up, and the pressure to make the perfect split-second decision has never, ever been higher. It's this super high-stakes environment where just one little mistake can cost millions. And this is where our hero enters the story. To fight this crazy new level of complexity, businesses are turning to a seriously powerful new tool: artificial intelligence. Now, when we say AI in operations, we're not talking about some sci-fi movie. We're talking about very specific technologies. Think machine learning, which is amazing at making predictions, and computer vision, which basically gives machines superhuman eyes. These tools learn from data, they reason through problems, and they make these incredibly smart decisions to make business processes work better. And believe me, this isn't some niche trend. Just look at the money pouring into this space. The market for AI and logistics alone is projected to shoot up from under $3 billion in 2023 to over $15 billion by 2030. That's not just growth, that is an explosion, and it tells you just how critical this tech is becoming. And make no mistake, this is all happening right now. A McKinsey report found that almost half, 44%, of manufacturing and supply chain leaders are already using AI. They say the future is already here, it's just not evenly distributed. Well, here's the proof. Okay, so we get it, it's a big deal, but what can it actually do? Let's break down some of AI's operational superpowers. All right, this first one represents a huge shift in thinking. For decades, we've basically just fixed machines after they break. That's totally reactive. AI lets us be proactive. It can analyze these tiny changes in vibration or temperature or power usage to predict a failure weeks before it even happens. And the impact of that? It's massive. We're talking about a 20 to 40% reduction in unplanned downtime. For a huge factory or an airline, that's not just a number on a page. That translates into millions and millions of dollars saved. Next up, basically predicting the future. AI algorithms can sift through these enormous, messy data sets, sales history, weather forecasts, social media trends, you name it, to create these incredibly accurate predictions of what people are going to want to buy and when. And this isn't just theory. Look at Church Brothers Farms. They increased their forecast accuracy by up to 40%. Or check out the Mayo Clinic, a hospital that cut its medical inventory waste by a quarter. This means less wasted food on one end and more available medicine on the other, all thanks to better predictions. AI also has superhuman senses. Computer vision systems can just watch an assembly line and spot microscopic defects, tiny cracks or little assembly errors that a human eye would just glance right over. It makes sure every single product that leaves the factory is perfect. And of course, there's the whole challenge of getting things from point A to point B. AI can solve this ridiculously complex logistics puzzle, calculating the absolute best route for every single delivery truck by constantly analyzing traffic, weather, and delivery windows in real time. And the impact in the real world is just staggering. UPS's system, Orion, saves them millions of gallons of fuel every single year. DHL cut its transport costs by 12% while actually making more on-time deliveries. So it's not just faster and cheaper, it's also greener. Okay, so this all sounds incredible, right? And it is. But, actually implementing AI isn't as simple as just flipping a switch. So it is time for a little reality check. Yeah, AI has its kryptonite. See, it needs clean, high-quality data to work its magic. but most companies have this total mass of fragmented data stored in old systems that don't even talk to each other. And then you have the human challenges. You need people with new skills, and you have to address that very real fear of job displacement. So it's really important to see the gap between the dream and the reality. The dream is, seamless automation and perfect predictions. But the reality is that getting there takes a massive effort to clean up data, integrate complicated systems, and most importantly, invest in your people. But despite all those hurdles, the journey is definitely happening. So what's next? What does the future of AI in operations even look like? Well, we are moving towards some truly futuristic ideas. I mean, imagine digital twins, basically perfect video game-like copies of an entire factory where you can test out new ideas without breaking anything in the real world. Or using generative AI to dream up 1,000 possible disasters just so you're ready for any of them. The end goal here? Fully autonomous systems that can monitor, diagnose, and adapt all by themselves. And the incentive to get there is just huge. One study found that companies that successfully bring in AI can be almost 4 times more efficient than their competitors. That is a game-changing advantage. So here's the single most important thing to take away from all this. AI is no longer a nice-to-have or some cool competitive edge. It is fast becoming the fundamental engine of modern business operations. In today's economy, it's basically the price of admission. And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought. As these smart systems start to take over more and more of the decision-making and the actual physical work of running our world, what does that mean for us? What becomes the new essential role for human intelligence? That's the big question we're all going to be answering together very soon. Thanks for tuning in.